This is going to be the first time that we're seeing both UVic and VIU since March 2020. What are you kind of looking forward to when it comes to facing these two teams in particular again?
I think it's just a good measuring stick to see how we're going to stack up against them. It's, like you said, been almost 18 months since we last saw them, so you're going to have completely new teams. We've got a completely new team, so it'll be good just to see where we stack up in the league.
And since you kind of mentioned a lot has changed with all three of these teams, you guys, and with both of them, and there's a lot of new players that are coming in. How can you kind of approach these games knowing that they're not the same teams that you faced a couple years ago?
I think you just got to look at it as a fresh slate, right? It's not going to be the same UVic team that we beat, and it's not going to be the same VIU team. So just got to go into it with a whole new mindset and ready to expect anything.
Awesome. Thanks. It's first time against these teams since right before we were shut down. What are you kind of looking forward to most of them?
Honestly, just playing at home and being back with the guys, and I think we have a strong group, so I think we'll be successful.
So you play kind of like an on-the-line style of hockey, and that works well against teams that are very physical like the Lakers. Do you find you need to kind of change your approach to play teams like these, or do you just kind of do your own thing?
Just play harder. I feel like that's the way I'm going to be successful, so as long as I play kind of on the line, but just have to be careful not to go over the line for sure.
Fun one here. Last time we saw these two teams, you got 5 points over 2 games. Is that in the cards for the weekend?
Everything was kind of going well that weekend, so yeah, hopefully it happens. And as long as we get 4 points, that's all that matters. So.
Awesome. Thanks, Connor.
Perfect. Thank you. Hey, yo.
Alright, so this is the first time that we're kind of seeing these teams since March of 2020. What are you looking forward to when it comes to facing these teams again?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. These are teams we're going to see a lot of, so it's going to be nice to kind of see what they're made of and see kind of how we match up, and if we need to make adjustments in order, like I said, we're going to see them a lot, so it'll be great to kind of just see where they're at, and also a good test for us to see where we're at as well.
Yeah. So, a lot has changed with, all three of these teams that are coming into it this weekend, and a lot of new players are coming in. So how can you kind of approach these games knowing that they're not going to be the same teams you faced a couple years ago?
Yeah, I think a big approach is just focusing on us. We've been working on several things in practice and getting clear on the way we want to play the game in all 3 zones. So I think, we prepare the way we got to prepare, but we just try and put focus on what we want to do out there.
Awesome. Thanks, Bergh.
Awesome, no problem.
We haven't seen these island teams since, that dominating road trip back in March 2020. How do you approach these teams that have potentially changed quite a bit since you last saw them?
Well, I think you just approach the week as if you would any other week. I think we're trying to make sure we do what we do well. Preach those things of the hard work, moving our feet, getting to the game early. I think right now, early in the year, we got to worry about what we do and make sure we're doing those things well.
Yeah. So, kind of worrying about what you do, can you kind of prepare for these teams the same way you prepare for a team like the Lakers, who are a lot more physical that we know of, and are a lot more kind of hard hitting? Is it kind of the same, or do you gotta kind of make some changes?
No, I think you prepare the same. I think you want to make sure you're playing at a fast pace, make sure your guys are moving their feet. The physicality is always going to be there. When you play teams that are built that way. So for us, we like to pride ourselves on speed and be creative and be skillful. But at the same time, you got to be able to bring that lunch pail and be ready to work.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Mark.
Good. All right, buddy.